Elliot's adorable younger sister. I'm also the, I don't know what it's called, the best woman. So being in this room, really brings back some great memories. Exactly 3 years ago, some of us were here celebrating when Ben and I got married, and Elliot was my man of honor. And I had asked him to prepare a little toast during the reception. I gave him a couple months' notice, whereas Elliot gave me a couple days. So thanks for that, Elliot. That's one example of how we differ. Anyways, he basically came up and told my guests that the Jessie he knew was a huge, sneaky pain in the ass, and shared a couple anecdotes attesting to that. Thanks again. But Elliot, today on your wedding day, I will not stoop to that level. But there's a reason for that. When I sat down to think about what it was I was going to write and try and find some incriminating evidence against you, the truth is, I couldn't really think of anything. Nothing stood out in my mind. You see, my brother's a relatively quiet, laid-back sort of guy, and he actually reminds me a little bit of Dexter Morgan. For those of you unfamiliar with the show, Dexter is the main character who works for the Miami Metro Police Department, but he also leads the life of a serial killer who hunts down criminals. Not only do they resemble each other physically, I find, but they're both pretty mysterious, which brings me to my next point. What does Elliot do for a living? Okay, see, I'm not alone here. Okay, because when people ask me, my response usually involves computers, engineering, music, but then my voice sort of trails off because I don't know what else to say. So what does one do when they're unsure of something? They Google it, and that's exactly what I did. So after Googling Elliot Senior, to my surprise, I discovered he has his own website. Perfect. I'll finally understand his job. So let me just read you an excerpt from his website. I develop sensor-based instruments to control sound software and design sensor circuits that are used in interactive installations. Oh, now I get it. Why didn't you just say so? Not. I'm an English teacher and I don't even understand what that means. So I had to keep reading. And here are some technical highlights from one of his projects. He uses Celery for handling background tasks asynchronously, such as exporting to main backend, and auto-completes most fields using Ajax. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, Celery and Ajax are a vegetable and a cleaning product. I don't know what they have to do with computers, but enough about that. Elliot, continue doing whatever it is you do, and when I need help with my computer, I'll give you a call. Okay, so I'm going to end off on a serious note here. Sarah and Elliot, I speak on behalf of the whole family when I say we couldn't be happier for the two of you. If I had a nickel for every time somebody asked me, do you think Sarah and Elliot are going to get married? When are they going to get married? I'd be a wealthy woman. Sarah, I'm excited to officially call you my sister-in-law. You've already shown such compassion in taking on your role as an aunt by babysitting a 10-day-old Jacob so that Ben and I could go out for our anniversary. So thank you for that. However, I do have a bone to pick with you. It was brought to my attention yesterday that you've never seen my all-time favorite movie, The Sound of Music. How is that even possible? Didn't you study music at Yale? No sister-in-law of mine will get away with that, so you better set aside 3 hours after your honeymoon because we are watching it together. I promise not to sing. But it's been a beautiful day so far, and enjoy the rest of the day, and I really love you both.
This time I'd like to call Elliot, the groom, for his speech.